And the pace car is off. Connor Mosack in the 18. Jesse Love on the outside. Green flag is in the air, and Connor with a good launch.
Yeah, Jesse does the right thing, tucking in there down on the bottom. Try to get behind. Everybody's pretty unorganized, trying to get up to speed. I think, Phil, you and I were talking, this field's pretty jumbled up with the group qualifying, trying to see who latches onto who and if you might have some breakaways.
See that double yellow line on the inside? That is your friend. You see Connor Mosack right down there. Out of bounds. You cannot improve your position going under the double yellow line. So we're going to see guys and girls try to form up that outside line. But generally speaking, they're going to want to stay against that double yellow line. Yeah, a couple top 10 finishes in his career here at Daytona. Always runs well, has wheeling backings. Oh.
Got a bit on. Oh,
got a car around already. The 45. That's Tony Cosentino. Yellow flag is out for the first time.
Hold those brakes. Hold those brakes.
No harm, get fired up. Just get rolling here. We didn't hit anything. Just spun out.
Connor Mosack, Jesse Love. Nothing has changed up front. And we are back to green.
Much more organized restart too. I think everyone got the rust knocked off, figured out what's going on, and we got an even front row heading to turn one.
I thought they might have had a plan on the initial start for Jesse to get in behind, but doesn't look like it here.
No, we're too wide in side draft, and we're racing now. I like this.
Got Kitzmiller, the 97, red and black car, second row inside. Andy Jankowiak, the white and red number 73 on the outside. Looks like Greg Van Alst pulls up on Kitzmiller to give him a little bit of a push.
Yeah, bottom lane's pushing pretty well. It should give Connor the option to be clear into turn 3. See if the outside lane can get, 73 car Jankowiak's got a pretty good push to the 20 car here. And
get away from him, though. He's on your quarter.
Now RPMs come down. Tyler Mond saying he's giving the driver information why he's slowing down. Oh, we got a little smoke.
Oh, trouble.
Something's happening.
Got a car in the wall. You saw the debris.
69.
Scott Melton.
He was one of those cars that looked pretty loose.
Down a little bit.
Big damage and fire.
Fire.
He was running 7th.
Get to the bottom. Get to the bottom. Get to the bottom.
Scott Melton, you see him on the screen, 61 years young.
Remember, he had that bad crash at Talladega last year and broke his leg and was out a couple months.
He's got the window net down, which is good. He's moving. He's trying to get out here.
Maybe some fire inside that car.
Working lap number 20 of 80. Finally coming back to the green flag. Connor Mosack will lead him down.
Pretty big gap there from the third car. We got Gus Dean. I don't know if he was letting somebody in, didn't quite get through the gears or what, but definitely leaves a breakaway here for the first couple of cars. Kind of hurts the outside lane as well.
Yeah, only a couple cars out there in the outside lane. You see Kitzmiller trying to side draft to try to stay up with Mosack. Really doing a nice job. He has a great pusher in Jesse Love and the 20 behind him.
And Kitzmiller hasn't let that 18 car get away. See if Andy wants to go help his buddy Jesse Love or stay on the bottom.
Some movement, trying to find their dancing partners as you see cars jumping to the outside, cars dropping down to the bottom.
I think Andy let Jesse Love in. I think that was probably prearranged, because that's one of the guys that the Venturini guys mentioned that they like to race with is Andy J. That he put a lot of trust in him. He let Jesse in.
See who's closing up in that outside lane. He's Frankie Muniz. He's closing that gap, and he's going to gain a lot of spots just by committing to that outside lane. So that was a good. See Jesse starting to do some pushing. This is really kind of the first dirty air Jesse's really had. So he's talking about guys trying to learn what to do. You know, how can you influence a lane? Meanwhile, you got Kitzmiller with a really big push off the 8, getting clear onto the bottom, and he's getting really far out in front.
I was going to say, is he too far ahead?
He's a little far ahead.
Line. I don't care what happens up top. You paint that yellow line.
Sounds like Timmy Fido. He wants his guy on the line. I don't know who's Timmy spotting, but he wants him on the line.
Yeah, he said that line is your friend. Paint that line.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's not going to end well.
Jesse Love trying to hold on to it.
Jesse Love.
Big impact
Tim
there.
Richmond,
Got
really
27 of Tim Richmond hard into the wall. We're under caution for the 3rd time.
That's a big hit for Tim Richmond. I don't think Jesse Love got any contact there, but yeah, hopefully he's all right.
That lap car needs to stay right against that double L line, and it kept wobbling off a half a car width, and that's just too much here. This racetrack isn't that wide, and these guys going by him so fast.
Well, we saw the right way to do it when you're being lapped and the wrong way.
A little splitter damage there.
Yeah, a little damage to the left front corner and some flat tires, obviously, for Jesse Love.
Christian Rose we talked about on the outside.
A couple of new leaders here. See how they handle the restart. Good jump by the 8.
Clear by 1.
I think the outside's a bit more organized. Got a good push coming already from Kitzmiller. Bet you Kitzmiller wants that lead back after losing it there.
Robbie Lyons in the orange car, second in line on the inside line.
Get Robbie Lyons and Sean Cord. They're only 2 cars that did not come down pit road yet in this race.
And that's good information because, whoa, big push. It's good information. Who was that? The Robbie Lyons was getting a big push delivered from Mosak. And that's one of the first times Mosak, I said it earlier with Jesse Love in the field, that's one of the first times he's had, you know, dirty air on the nose, having to be the pusher. As we see Rose getting a pretty good side draft. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he pitted back on lap number 18, so that's a little bit early to even get in the window. So more than likely, he will have to come to pit road. Well, he more than likely will do it at the break, but he may grab the lead first.
Leading to Daytona, how about that? Baseball to Daytona.
How about Amber Balkin? Incredible. Started 37, and we've got a car around. That is the 7 of Eric Caudell. And the yellow flag is in the air exactly on lap 40, so they will have the option to pit here. This will be our scheduled caution. Get to try to do it again tomorrow, starting 6th, right?
That's right. I'm pumped. I think we got a great race car, great discount tire Ford. And in 40 laps, somebody is going to have another big moment here. Let's see who shows up in the last 40.
Almost contact right there with Kitzmiller and Van Alsten, the 35 on the outside.
How about Amber Balkin doing such a great job, running 3rd right now inside, 2nd row in that red and white car.
And she started back in the back. I mean, she's methodically made her way up back to the front. She's in the top 3 with no pit stops left in the race. I think she's in a great position to be able to make something of this opportunity.
She has a really good race car.
How about that red number 68? That's Gage Rogers. We haven't talked about him at all. Really doing a super job.
That's what's so great about this style of racing. You never know the names that are going to shuffle up. We have trouble. Connor Mosak.
Big name through the grass here.
Goes around our pole sitter.
They're rolling straight. There's nothing coming out back. Get out of the grass. It's wet. Keep rolling it out of the grass.
Little 4-wheel action there.
They're going to have to get the grass out of the grill of that car for sure.
Yeah, Connor was running in the 7th spot.
We haven't seen a Venturini car lead the race yet. I mean, they know how to find their way to victory lane, and when it counts, we'll see what happens here. LeVar Scott leads them. Andy Jankowiak in the outside.
Both leaders get out pretty far out in front. The bottom lane is going to be a bit more organized here. See if they get LeVar clear.
Frankie pulls up to the back of Greg Van Alst on that bottom line.
And this team on the inside line, they were one of those groups talking, making plans in the garage to work together. Now they finally found one another.
Frankie delivered a nice little bump draft to the back of the 35.
Jesse Love up to the 8th spot right now, that white and blue car, number 20. Looking for a little help. He would love to make it 3 wide if he could, but he can't do it without help.
I like this bottom lane. There's some really good cars lined up here. Looks like Amber was able to get cleared. Del Corley back down to the bottom. And Jay's trying to get that side draft to keep pulling this outside lane forward.
That's where the spotters are up on the roof making deals. I'm sure Jesse Love is spotted. Oh.
Amber Balkin.
Good save by Amber.
Contact there.
Oh,
Andy Jankowiak, you see the debris fly off the back of his race car.
I cannot believe we didn't just have a caution.
Wow.
That was a great save by Amber. She looked like she got really loose.
Look at Jason White on the move in the 44 on the outside. Andy J still got issues.
Look at the tire rub.
Caution.
Have a flat tire here.
Yeah.
Caution is out now for the 7th time.
You think we're going to have another caution?
I'm willing to bet on it. What do you think?
I would also take that bet.
I would not bet against you. I hope not, but I wouldn't bet against you.
LeVar Scott leads him.
Good little jump by LeVar Scott there, too.
I'd like to see some of our really strong cars from earlier that are now towards the back make their way back up towards the front, like a Jesse Love, Connor Mosak.
Jesse Love, nice job. I mean, he's back up to 6th after that spin.
Yep, Jack Woods up there on the bottom, trying to get himself clear. I know he wants to lead the race here. He's been having to carve his way up to the field the whole time. Push coming from the 4 car. Keep the camera on the guy. He's coming with the speed. 44 car charging to the outside lane, taking the lead.
Orderly may have pushed that 44 car to the lead.
Absolutely.
Battle up front, but LeVar Scott and the two hanging on to it.
I like the strategy. Stay against the double yellow line regardless of what that outside line does right now. Stay against that double yellow line.
They're getting a little squirrely.
And they're going too.
Amber's car just seems a little unstable when she gets that close to the car in front of her. She's running third on the outside.
And for Jason White, our leader, this is only his 5th start ever in the ARCA Menards Series, and his team right now really just coaching him on what to do and what's going on behind him. But he hasn't said much on the radio the whole race except under caution. He said, hey guys, I feel like I got a target on my back right here with a little bit of trouble behind him.
My goodness.
Greg Van Alst sideways. There goes Dale Quarterly around in the 4. They were getting squirrely. I don't know how Greg Van Alst hung on to it, but Dale Quarterly spins
the maintenance crew is going to be so upset that he just went through the Daytona logo, but no damage.
Yeah, it was Jesse Love that got into Dale Quarterly as they were trying to avoid Greg Van Alst.
White flag about to be displayed.
Once we get the white flag, the next flag will end this race. There goes Jesse Love making it 3 wide.
Jesse Love 3 wide into turn 1.
Jason White.
Jason White continues to lead. Greg Van Alst is there. Connor Mosack.
You're trying to get the run off the nose of the 18, and if you're Jason White, you're just ready to block it because you know the runs are going to be coming. Right now the bottom's already not very organized and have to generate another run. Your only other opportunity is going to be coming off of turn 4.
It's all Jason White right now, but here comes Greg Van Alst. Ducks out, gets alongside. They're nose to nose. Greg Van Alst to the lead. Connor Mosack comes with him. Out of turn 4, they're wrecking behind him. He does it. Greg Van Alst wins it at Daytona.
It's a great job. Great way to time out the run, be able to be there. He was up front the entire race, had a fast car. Congrats.
He doesn't even want to back off yet.
He's still on the gas.
He's still on the gas.
Are you sure?
Are you sure we won this race?
Oh, Greg Van Alst. I met his wife earlier. He has 4 kids. 2 are here.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, my God.